Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's 2025 now. It's actually at the end of January 2025, and I feel like I should have done this video at the beginning of the month, but you know me, I upload last Friday of every month, so I'm uploading this now. And it's also like the end of January when I'm making this because I kind of like forgot about making a video, but I'm here and I'm gonna do one video a month like I did last year. But I want to go over my goals for 2025 with you all. This is an ever-changing list, but things that I'm working towards. And I find that if I write stuff down or put it on a to-do list, I'm a huge list person, that then I'll actually do it, especially if I put it on a list and make it like reoccurring. Like I have every day for myself to do Duolingo. I'm trying to learn French and Japanese. That is really hard, but I have it on my to-do list, and because I don't cross things off until I do them, or I'll just like move them to another date. But my streak on Duolingo is like maybe almost 300. Actually, hold on, let me check. My streak is 281. And I'm trying to learn math on Duolingo too because I'm so bad at math. But I thought I would come on here and share my goals with you because I know that's a really kind of fun video to do at the beginning of the year and then to look back. I was looking back last night at my videos in 2024 and I was like, did I do this last year? And I don't know if I did. I did I didn't watch it through, but I think last year I was like, I'm gonna record a video once a month and it'll be good. And so I just did a like, where have I been video, but not a goals for 2024. But now we're in 2025. So let's go through my goals. So first of all, I have some overall goals for my life. Obviously to be healthy, Like I want to get a little deeper, you know? So first of all, my first goal is to read more books. I totally fell off the book wagon last year. And I found that a lot of people do. I'm in a book club and a lot of the girls in my book club were like, yeah, I've struggled reading books. Like I haven't read as much as I normally do. So I'm trying this month or this year to get back on top of that. But even right now, like I'm reading a book that I don't love, but I don't want to put it down because it's a book club book. Sorry for any of my book club girlies who might be watching this, but I'm not in love with the book, so I'm like reading it slowly or I'm not reading it at all. And then like days go by and I'm like, I haven't read. But I did read one book so far this month, which was the first book in the Crescent City series. So that was like a 700-page book and I read it and it was good. And I know at this point in time, Onyx Storm, I think it's called, the next Rebecca Yarros Fourth Wing book just came out. So I do have that downloaded to my Kindle, like bought it, don't have to wait for it at the library. I'm trying to finish this freaking book club book and I'm 50% through. So I just have to sit down and do it. But there's a lot of other things I would rather be doing. So step one is read more books. And actually, let me find out how many books I read last year. Okay, I only read 25 books, which I actually don't think that's accurate because I was kind of bouncing back and forth between audiobooks and like books on my Kindle. So I feel like that's not right, but 25 books is what Goodreads has me at. The year before in 2023, I went crazy and I read 71 books. My goal was 45. So my goal last year was 55, but yeah, I only read 25. And so I put my goal at 27 this year. Like a little more than last year, but not crazy. So yeah, my goal this year is to read more books, period. Another goal that I have is to exercise more, which I have, per my comment earlier about being a list girl, is I have on my list every day, weekend, during the day, is to do 10 push-ups a day, and I do girl push-ups, but I do them every day, 10 push-ups. Obviously, that's like very minimal in terms of exercise, but I have noticed a little bit of a difference, like, and I am stronger, but I need to do more, and like every time I work out, I find my blood sugar does really good, and like I have a better day after, like in terms of blood sugar and just like period. So my goal is to exercise or go on a walk every day. When I say exercise every day, I'm not talking about like going to the gym, and like I'm not a gym person, so I'm trying to find what works for me. I do subscribe to the Apple Fitness program, and they have a lot of like really good, even like 5-minute workout videos that are like for your core or like strength. So I'm like, as long as I do either a walk or one of those workouts even if it's just 5 minutes a day, I will be proud of myself. And even trying to do that on the weekends, just because like I feel like I need to move more and I just like don't. And I have a standing desk and I do stand at my desk and I have my walking pad at my desk. I prefer to walk outside though because I push myself more, I walk farther and for longer, and it's just like I get bored walking at my desk. So I prefer to walk outside. And right now in Arizona is the time to walk outside because it's like really nice out, except for it's actually cold and rainy today. Whatever, it's giving me good lighting for this video. Let's see what's next on my, I have it all on my, oh, you probably cannot see that, but I have a list on my phone of my goals, which I should go back at the end of the year and reread this. Oh, I really want to organize and declutter my life. And I'm a very organized person, so I feel like I shouldn't even say like organize my life, but really I want to declutter. I feel like I have just a lot of junk that I don't use or I haven't looked at in a while. And so I'm just going through and getting rid of it. And one of the things I need to go through is all of my diabetes stuff. So I'll definitely going to make a video, I think, when I declutter that, because it'd be kind of fun to go through everything. But I know I got rid of a lot of stuff when I moved out here to Arizona, but I feel like I've accumulated the same plus maybe more. So I'm just taking stuff to Goodwill. I'm not even like trying to sell stuff on the internet, because if I wait, then I'll be like, oh, maybe I want to keep this. I don't know. But no, it's just going to Goodwill. If I had the patience to sell stuff, I would, but I just like don't, and I gotta get it out. So I'm trying to declutter my life. And in terms of that, not in terms, but like on that topic, my goal this year is to also, like, overall goal, spend less money, but be more organized in my money spending. And I am a very organized, like, financial person, you know, like I write down, like I budget, I do all that stuff, but like I could definitely dial that in a little more. So I'm trying to do that this year. I really started budgeting like the end of year or like fall 2024. So I feel like I've been kind of getting into it, and now I'm like in it, and I'm like, okay, let's compare like 2024 to 2025 at the end of the years and see if I've spent less money. So that's the overall goal, which that's hard for me because I enjoy shopping and like I forget stuff I have, and I am good at returning stuff, but just like things that I could be a little better at is spending less money and being more organized in my finances. Finances are also something I literally hate talking about. Hate it, don't enjoy doing it, find it very uncomfortable, but I'm trying. I think a lot of people find it uncomfortable though. Okay, going down to my list. I also want to, the rest of these are kind of like hobby things that I want to just like keep working at. So I want to craft more. I'm working on something for someone that I do know that watches my videos right now in terms of cross stitch. So I'm not showing it, but I started cross stitching last year and literally, did I run out of time on here? Oh my God, hold on. I have no idea if I ran out of time. But what I was hopefully saying, I tried to go back and watch it, but it like didn't work out that well. The rest of these are hobby. What I was starting to say / finishing saying is cross stitching. I freaking love cross stitching so much. I do want to get into needlepoint this year, but I'm waiting for a little bit because that is very expensive. And cross stitching is much cheaper, but like also needlepoint, you can like turn your stuff into like a pillow or into an ornament, or I know people work for years on like stockings. So that's, I really want to get into that later this year, probably second half of this year. But for right now, I have 2 gifts that I'm trying to cross stitch for people whose birthdays are in the spring, and it's January, basically February. So that's what I'm starting on now because they take a lot of time. I'm trying to be prepared. Okay, so that was crafting. I also, this is the last, not the last 2 things. This last one is more random, and I'm looking over here because I'm looking at it, and that is, I want to play my Nintendo Switch more. First of all, Switch 2 is coming out this year. It's been revealed. There hasn't been a direct about it, but I forget how much I love playing it because I kind of play it and then get bored and then just like don't play it for months or weeks or whatever. But I've been playing the SpongeBob like Krusty Krab game, and I love it. And it's just like something to not be scrolling on your phone. A lot of these hobbies I'm trying to do to avoid scrolling on my phone, but it like takes your attention. It's still looking at a screen, which isn't that great, but it like takes your mind somewhere else and not in current events, which like I deleted TikTok earlier this year off of my phone because the current events were getting too much for me. And I was getting really anxious and it was getting just like really crazy. And so I deleted it. I did re-download TikTok before the ban happened. And then when I got the message on my phone that was like, oh, sorry, like you can't look at TikTok anymore, is I deleted the app. And then I found out that I can't get the app back, which I'm like, it's for the better. I do still love scrolling on like YouTube shorts just to like decompress, you know, because I have like weird funny videos on there. Essentially, as I'm trying not to be scrolling on my phone as much, I'm trying to get away from the screens if I can by reading books and doing crafts. Nintendo doesn't help me get away from the screen, but does get my mind somewhere else that's not in the news. The last thing on my list is, I don't know if I've told you guys, I think I've like talked about it a little bit, but when I moved here I got very into board games, and I have a plethora of games, like way too many games that any one person needs, hence why I want to try and shop less this year. But anyway, games are fun. New games come out all the time. I love kickstarting board games because it's like you're supporting a small business. But what I'm trying to do every day is play a game every day, whether that's a solo game by myself or a game with friends. If I board game with friends, I don't like worry about playing a game on my own. Ooh, I'm talking really fast. But I have a ton of games, first of all, that have solo play, which makes it very easy to do this, and it's not even repetitive. I could probably play all my solo games and have very few repeats. I would definitely have repeats, but not a ton. But I have a bunch of these little card games. They're from this company called Button Shy, and they're like 18 card wallet games. I should go and get one and show it to you. But they can fit in your bag. They're really great. And a lot of them are solo only, and they play in like 20 minutes or less. So my point of doing a solo game, and it's either, if I don't do a solo game, it's to learn how to play a board game, because that I've realized is not my strong suit, is like learning and teaching games. I can do it if I know really well how to play it, but like I'm very intimidated by teaching a board game. So I'm trying to do more like 2-player games at home, like myself versus myself, to learn a game. I did that over the weekend with a game that I had just gotten off of Kickstarter, and I ended up spending like 3 hours doing it. And at the end, I was like, that took forever. But I was like, that's 3 hours that I like didn't pick up my phone. Maybe I picked it up a couple times to like look at a rule book, but that was 3 hours of not looking at some type of screen, which is exactly my point of doing all this. So all that to say is I'm trying to play a board game once a day, whether it's super short 10-20 minute game, or if it is a like longer solo game, or a trying to learn a game play. My overall goals this year, to recap: spend less time on the screen, spend more time in my hobbies, save money, exercise, and read more books. 5 goals for 2025. That actually seems very appropriate. I wouldn't keep raising this and be like 6 goals for 2026, because that could get a little nuts. I feel like this video was way longer than I thought it was going to be, but whatever. Let me know in the comments below your 2025 goal. Oh, I don't have my watch on. It's because I was walking on my little treadmill. Let me know your 2025 goals if you have any. Oh, none of these were diabetes related. I do want to keep my A1C where it is, because it's like 6.5 right now. That's my goal. That's it. Just keep doing what I'm doing, pretty much. Exercising will probably help keep that where it's at. That's it for my 2025 goals. I hope to look back at this at the end of the year. Maybe I'll do that December of this year, 2025, and see how good I did. Wish me luck to myself, to my future self, from your past self. That's weird. Okay, bye everybody.